All right, welcome back to Transit Tech Sports News. I'm here with Coach Skernick, our girls varsity basketball coach. So, Coach, you guys have a game today against Leadership Prep, is that correct?
Teachers Prep.
Teachers Prep, my apologies. You have a game today against Teachers Prep. Now, last time that we played them, we didn't fare too well. What are some things that you thought went wrong in that game?
Definitely,
what could have been better?
Definitely, we're playing a good team today. Big team, physical team. Gonna need to box out. Take better shots and finish at the basket for sure. Free throws are always big too.
Definitely say that. And so, Coach, you started the season 1-4, so it's a little bit of a rough start. But over the last 5 games, you guys have now gone 4-1. What did you change, or what aspects have you done differently to reach that?
That's been the philosophy of all the teams that I've coached. It's just progression and getting better every day, taking steps forward every day. And you know, when those things add up, they add up to wins at the end of the year.
Definitely. And speaking of progression and things adding up, who would you say has been your stellar or standout player or most improved?
Well, we're going to definitely start off with Jocelyn, who's been our leading scorer. Tremendous athlete, tremendous determination, fierce competitor. But definitely have to give it to girls like Kimberly, who've really stepped up and found the role, and Nayeli, who's now starting now and being a defensive presence, and really everybody is really taking some steps up for sure.
Definitely. It's tonight is senior night, so we just saw the boys varsity team take on Winton their senior night. This is your ladies senior night. Are you expecting anything different tonight from what you usually get from them?
You know what? It's always an emotional night because girls have been playing for us for 4 years. 3 years or even 1, and it's that next step, it's that next stage. So truly proud of them. Hopefully we're out there competing and we're tough and we're finishing and gonna enjoy the night. Gonna enjoy it.
Definitely not. And since you mentioned it, I don't want to tug on too many heartstrings, but since the senior night, some seniors, you have 14 players in your roster, 7 of them are seniors. How does that feel knowing that, 1, you'll be seeing them going to the next level, but 2, they won't be back on your bench for next year?
You know, that's the job of coaching, you know, and then we just hope the incoming freshmen or some girls that did not try out this year come out and play next year, and you know, take those 7 girls and coach them up and get them to where they need to be, to compete and play and start and to this point also.
That sounds awesome, Coach. And just a few more questions. You are now at 5-5. What are our odds of making the playoffs this year?
Right now, if we in our next 2 games, if we win the next one, if we win 1 game, we are in the playoffs because we will be 500. So 500 will make the playoffs. We have a very high chance of, you know, for sure, you know, getting in this.
Awesome. Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck, and hope you guys pull out this one and the next one, and we'll be seeing you guys in the playoffs.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything.
All right, welcome back to Transit Tech Sports News. I'm here with our Lady Express team on our senior night coverage. Ladies, would you like to introduce yourself? These are our 7 seniors on the basketball team this year.
I'm Rosemary.
I'm Kenya.
I'm Kaya.
I'm Lachey. Nayeli.
Leslie, welcome, ladies. Thank you for spending this time with us. So you are the seniors of this basketball team. Some of you guys have had 4 years, some of you have had 3. For some of you, it's your first year, but I'm pretty sure you've all had an experience that you can talk about and describe to us. So I'm just gonna ask you guys, just what has your experience been like here playing for the Transit Tech Lady Express?
My experience here was great. I actually enjoyed it for my 4 years. Freshman year, I thought I was never going to play basketball, but look at me now. It was great though.
Shay, what about you? You itching to say something.
My experience was really good. Being part of the team created not just new friends, it created a family. And I always appreciate that.
Now,
okay. Being on this team for 4 years, I really made a family and bond with everybody on this team, even if the people just came on the team. And so I feel like I'm really happy for us to be here right now. I never thought we would come this far. So yeah.
You were talking to Mark, he says it's okay. At least you roll it out.
Oh, me? Well, being on this team actually showed me a lot, and like welcome is like a big family. we fight, we argue, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the court, we're with each other, we got each other's backs, and that's what it's basically about.
It's all about building that family and that connection. That's definitely important. Anyone else want to share?
It's been great. I didn't notice, or I didn't expect us to have a family like this big. It's great.
Now, you guys mentioned this idea of having a family. Can anyone just tell me how is it that you guys have gone about creating that family feel? Just now, you also spoke about it yesterday. You almost brought the room to tears. You know, how did you guys create that family? What is that like?
We end up being like sisters to each other. We hustling, fighting, arguing, this and that, but like, you know, it was always like, we always came back and united as one.
So we spoke with Coach Skurnick earlier today, and we had got this philosophy on you guys being, starting season 1-4, you guys are now 5-5 after winning your last 4 out of 5 games. What did you guys do differently in order to come back and get that winning streak?
I think that we started to understand each other as people and not just like a teammate on the court, and we learned how to move with each other, and we also created bonds, so it was easier for us to play together.
I feel like since we've been going through plays a lot and going to practice, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we started communicating more throughout the court, figure out, you know, how to do the plays properly, like in practice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we put ourselves together.
And just 2 more questions for you, ladies. How has it been playing for Coach Skurnick for the last few years?
It's been great. It's been a good experience.
Skurnick really became like a father figure to us. It was like, instead of him being just a coach, we saw him as like a mentor, like what's the word?
Somebody to
A role model.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then at 5-5, if you guys win one more game, you are playoff bound. I mean, are you guys ready for that next level, for that next step to get to the playoffs?
I think we are. Honestly, I know a lot of people doubt us. Like, we can't, but I genuinely think that we can because we've grown. Like, you know, teams that beat us by 30, we beat them in the second half of our season. So I have confidence.
I'm here with Coach Zaira and former players Destiny and Cassandra, who come back to enjoy the senior night here for our Transit Tech Lady Express basketball team. Coach Zaira, I'm going to ask you the first question. I'm going to ask you, what do you think of tonight's performance in the first half?
Well, we've definitely been doing what, you know, we've been working on from the beginning of the season till now. Just, you know, having the confidence. Our girls have been getting a lot better, building up that our chemistry and our confidence. So it's definitely, you know, we came out here a little bit nervous because Teachers Prep, as we know, are undefeated. So we knew, you know, we had to play competitively and, you know, aggressiveness, and, you know, that's what we've been doing. So I'm extremely proud of them.
Awesome. And what's one thing, if you could note, that's different this time that you're playing them than the first time you played them?
Being aggressive. You know, coming into the last time we played them, you know, girls were a little bit nervous, you know, seeing their record and, you know, the history that we had with the school. So we know how they play, and, you know, me and Coach, we talked about it and showed the girls, hey, this is what we need to do. And so far, the girls have been doing that.
Awesome. And I want to take a second to check in with our 2 former players now. So, Destiny, I know that you were here last year, and you just recently played for Coach Skurnick. So can you tell us a little bit about your experience playing this team, if you can remember from your years past?
It was definitely fun. You know, it's definitely a family that you're never gonna forget. You know, when you come back, it's all good vibes and stuff. One thing I could definitely remember is the competitiveness in every game. You know, you're never alone on the court. If you mess up, there's always someone else to pick you up, and that's how the game continues to go.
Awesome. And would you mind filling us in on what you're doing now post high school graduation at Transit Tech?
I'm currently a freshman at City College. I'm an econ major, business. I'm currently working part-time. Not easy, but I'm definitely looking forward to coming back for future seasons.
Awesome. We'd love to have you back. And now, Ms. Cassandra, we want to turn our attention to you. And so, unfortunately, this is my second year here at Transit, so I didn't get to see you here. So when did you graduate?
In 21.
21, okay. And you got to play for Coach Skurnick as well. How was that?
Great coach, man. I'll never forget him. I always come back. Z2, best buddy here. I was a freshman, scared. It was her first time coaching too, so it was amazing. Great coach.
And how have you been keeping yourself busy post high school graduation?
I'm in college. I also attend culinary school on the side. I work part-time as well, so juggling everything, you know, taking it one day at a time.
Awesome. And I'll just ask you ladies just to chime in on what you thought of tonight's first half performance for your old team.
The first half, the girls went in, well, the first quarter, the girls went in a bit shy, nervous. You could see it in them, little fumbling, you know, but they tightened up and they're getting it together, and that's why we're up second half.
So, Coach Z, last question for you. Are there any adjustments that you plan on making for the second half, or do you plan on kind of going with the adjustments you made to get that lead at the end of the first half?
Well, so far what we have been planning has been working. So we're just going to keep, you know, attacking. You know, our defense is going to be, you know, closing in, you know, not too far, because, you know, the further you are, the tired you get. So, you know, we learned how to adjust that way. So far I think what we have is working, and if we need to do any adjustments on the way, we'll do that.
Yeah, that's definitely the one thing we want to keep seeing is getting the ball inside, because we are knocking down those free throws.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's probably our saving
100%.
grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for your time. Good luck in the second.
Welcome to another coverage of Transit Tech Sports News. I'm here with Coach Skirney. So we're still covering our senior week today. So, Coach, again, tough game. You know, what are the things that could have been different for you guys to pull a win out of today?
Number one, we played extremely tough. Played a very good team, undefeated team. Again, to know this team beat us the first time by 30 plus points, and to be up at half, again, just came up a little short on the rebounds, turnovers, and you know, a little bit of foul trouble put us in a bad position.
So the girls battled very hard today, Coach. I've seen it today very hard. They did what they're supposed to do. Anything you felt like could have been a little different that you could have done that?
Again, we just talked about rebounding and boxing out, making sure we were trying to pack it in, force the jump shot, and they were shooting and missing, and we just couldn't grab that rebound, giving them second and third opportunities.
So now, as we get ready for your next game, any ramifications coming in for practice? Are there any?
Again, going into our next game, if we win the next game, we're going to be making the playoffs, and we have made the playoffs in the last couple of years. So we play Maxwell, and we're very positive on going into that game.
Well, again, that was another coverage of Transit Tech Sports News. Thank you, Coach. Good luck on your next game, and hopefully you're making the playoffs.
Yeah, thanks again.
No problem.